Alright guys, in today's video we are finally talking about my Bestop Supertop, the Bestop Supertop, the Supertop Poop, the Bestop Supertop that I got used a few months back. Today's video was filmed in the majestic Rocky Mountains.
Huh. I expected the Rocky Mountains to be a little rockier than this.
Alright guys, so before I actually start going over the soft topper, obviously as you can tell it's not on the truck right now, I took it off trying to hunt down a vibration, and while it was off, I had realized, like, while I was driving around, the back window right here was sort of flapping around because I got my soft topper used, and the guy I got it from obviously used like the Velcro tape down here to that back window affixes to keep it from flapping around, but I didn't want to risk like tearing that off his truck first because it would have been in pain and the adhesive holding that on probably would have been ruined. So I reached out to Bestop and picked up some of the tape right here. They have this available, I think, by the yard, and they sent me 2 yards. I just told them the situation and they actually sent this out for free, so huge shout out to them if anyone from the company is watching. So went ahead and wiped down this top surface right here with rubbing alcohol to clean it. And it does go on the back side right here, like the outside of your bed, not the top panel right here. I'll go ahead and get this in place, cut it down to size, and get the soft topper back on so that back window is secured. Now, this isn't going to be like a how to use the Bestop Supertop type of video. Bestop actually has a video on YouTube for all that. Just going to go over a few of the things I've done to the Supertop to give you guys some ideas if you want to do something similar. Now, I did get this used, I think, for about half what these costs new. I believe this is the Bestop Supertop version 1. There is the newer version 2. Because I think the second version actually comes with like an integrated third brake light up here. As you can see, mine does not, if the glare from the sun isn't too much right there. Now, a buddy of mine added an LED third brake light to his soft topper, which I have already purchased. I plan on adding that very soon, so stay tuned for that video. And I think another thing about the Supertop 1 versus the Supertop 2 is like the clearance right here behind the rear window. I don't know if the second version has more space back here, allowing you to sort of get back there and clean. The way it is right here, because obviously you can push this back a little, I can easily like get my arm up in there, you know, if I'm like standing on the sliders with a rag or something to clean both the glass on my Tacoma and the plastic glass windshield or whatever you want to call it on the Supertop. So not really sure what the difference is between version 1 and version 2, but it is what it is. And here is one of the old brackets I am replacing. Now, I had moved this. You can see I had it over here originally, and it's a little dark, but since the bolt was coming downward to tighten up, it was barely rubbing right here on the molly panel, so definitely don't like that. I think these are steel. I need to check to see if these are steel or aluminum so I can put some touch-up paint on so it doesn't start rusting, but the new design, as you can see back here with the rear one, much more efficient. It doesn't contact the molly panel at all and definitely feels like it tightens down. And better yet, I do have torque specs for that main bolt at 65 inch-pounds, so I know exactly how hard I need to tighten it. I have this sweet fire extinguisher mount. I have one on this side and one I usually run in the same position on the other side. Again, because this is a position I run the Bestop in 99% of the time. Obviously, if I wanted to fold it over, this would probably get in the way since these come close to touching over there. And yes, you're probably wondering, well, anyone can just walk away with this, but if there are people walking around that have a fire emergency and they need to steal my $10 fire extinguisher that I got at Walmart, well, I'm okay with them doing that. It's all about prevention. And my favorite thing about these fire extinguisher mounts in specific is they're quick release. So in case of a real emergency where you actually want to use these, one of the 10 fire extinguishers you guys keep mounted on your Tacoma like me, you can get to it quickly. And here's the other fire extinguisher quick release mount. I'll put a link for this in the description below in case you guys are interested, because it is super cool. Now, it is designed to mount, it's like a slightly curved surface on a round tube, and I just put like some foam in there since I want to avoid like metal to metal contact so it's not scratching. But you can see there are holes right here. You could make this work with like a flat surface. This is the bracket that you will actually mount, like the spine, I guess, to whatever fire extinguisher you want to use. It does come with these stainless steel hose clamps to use with your fire extinguisher. I think I got these other stainless steel ones at Home Depot just to make it work with whatever diameter pole you are mounting it on. But this and these hose clamps are included with this unit, which of course you just pull the knob and the top part releases. and the bottom part right here hooks in on the rod right there, and it literally takes a second to get this thing off and on, which if you ever actually had to use it in a fire, much quicker to get to than say something like mounted on a molly panel. My Supertop did come with the 3 panels, 2 for the side and 1 for the back, which do have a slight tint. If you can sort of see the right here versus the grass over here on the camera, which is nice, I guess, for a little privacy or security. A little, not a lot. However, I usually keep those in the basement because this is how I run my Supertop 99% of the time. I suppose if I'm gonna go camping or if it's gonna be like raining for a wheeling trip, I might throw the side panels on and the rear panel just to give me some, you know, protection for my gear. But I run it in what's called the Safari mode, which is pretty much just the shell with the sides and the rear off, which I love the way it looks. Comment below, let me know what you guys think. One other quick thing to mention, the guy I got this from was an avid fisher apparently, and he had drilled a hole right on this arm right here, and the other one he wasn't using quick fist, it was some other kind of thing to mount some fishing pole rods. So since the holes were already drilled, I went ahead and put some quick fists in here so I can actually like mount an axe or shovel, which I completely forgot to bring with me to actually show you what that looks like, but you guys are smart, use your imaginations.
That sounds good.
Now, a friend of mine is running a soft topper, and I plan on doing like a side-by-side comparison between his soft topper and my Bestop Supertop, just so you guys can see like the similarities and differences both in the design and engineering that went into each of them, and like how to attach the side and rear panels in case you guys are shopping around for a soft top. The hell is that? The guy I purchased my topper from actually incorporated like an interior bed light up here in the headliner, I guess opposite of where you normally put like an exterior third brake light. And that's what the wires are running down here. I am going to integrate that. I keep forgetting I have some bed lights I need to install, but now that I have the side molly panels on, I'm not sure if they're even going to fit because they were the type that sort of went right back here. And I'm not really sure if I feel like cutting the molly panels, so I might have to get some new bed lights. But whenever I get those installed, after I figure out what I'm going to do, I'll probably just incorporate this light into that. But until then, I'm just going to sort of leave the wires. I guess I could clip them. They're sort of zip tied right here and sort of tuck them out of the way, but that's what those wires are in case you were wondering. And I would probably run the topper sort of folded down sometimes, like especially at highway, I guess, but the way I have my current power tank set up, if I'm running the power tank, it will obviously block this because they sort of fold forward, I guess sort of like an accordion or something. But even if the power tank's not currently mounted, which I don't leave it mounted all the time just for security reasons, don't feel like having this thing getting stolen. It takes 5 seconds to whip it out and mount it to the board right here. But I've got the mounting bracket for the power tank right there, and even that, you can see it sits up right there. That gets in the way of having the Bestop folded over, so I'm considering moving the power tank setup, either mounting it right here and then moving that, which I would use to carry my Rotopax gas can, or mounting it over here, which is currently empty. Not only will that free up the space so I can sort of fully fold over the Bestop Supertop, but it will also, if I decide to move this as well, it will allow me to put the full-size 35-inch spare tire I have mounted on a wheel, just dedicated, mounting this to the back wall when I go on wheeling trips. So I've got so much stuff back here, I sort of had it perfectly figured out until I had the idea that I wanted to get like my full-size spare mounted. I've got stuff over here taken up, but I'm gonna have to sort of redo all of that. That'll probably be a video by itself, but that's probably coming soon because I would like to have that full-size spare just mounted vertically against that back wall so it's not sitting back here taking up what seems like 90% of the bed space. And since I don't currently ever run the Bestop Supertop folded over, that's what these straps are for. So they sort of loop through. There are slits right back there. I don't know if you can see that with a clip. This is on the other side of the plastic windshield part. So you can sort of wrap that around and keep that from flapping around, but since I don't even have that folded over, I sort of ran them out so the plastic clip over there is not going to be vibrating against anything driving me crazy. So I pulled them as tight as possible and just sort of hooked them around. This is on my bedside cleat. On the other side, I have it through the molly panel just to keep that tight so this doesn't move around that much and cause just an extra vibration to drive me crazy. So that's what those are for right there. And that will just about do it for the Bestop Supertop vid that I finally get out to you guys. I've had this thing for a few months, better late than never. Make sure you comment below, let me know what you guys think of the setup and what the little things I've done to it so far, and if you might plan on getting one of these or the soft topper version in the future. As always, thank you so much for supporting the channel by watching this video. Enjoy your upcoming weekend, and I will see you in the next video.